Hi, I'm Bill Snodgrass, and in this SNAPlife episode, we're going to talk about breaking free from the paradigm. If you're listening to the podcast, please know that there is a YouTube channel with more inspirational, motivational videos. And if you're watching the YouTube video, check out the links to the podcast down in the description. The paradigm, the way that things are perceived, and the habits and the manners that go with that perception. Things change, and as people trying to be successful, we need to respond to those changes. And when the change occurs, if we continue to do things the way we've always done them, there's a possibility that we are missing out on something that's really, really potentially a benefit to us. There have been a lot of, in the 21st century, huge paradigm changes, one of which is the smartphone. And the paradigm of telephone communications in the mid-20th century was you called someone and you talked to them. That paradigm began to shift as the 20th century came to an end with pagers and beepers. But when the smartphone came out, if the communication paradigm remained, calling someone and talking to them, then a huge potential of benefit, the text messaging, would have been overlooked. The benefit to text messaging would have never been realized if people had stayed in the paradigm of mid-20th century telecommunications. Now, whenever the paradigm changes, whenever the circumstance and the situation changes, the habits and the behaviors associated with that circumstance also needs to change. In education, we went in the late 20th century from blackboards and textbooks to the early 20th century, late 20th century with whiteboards, but still textbooks and a little bit of computerized library resource. The paradigm for education in this part of the 20th century includes very, very few chalkboards, and information accessed out of textbooks is less and less prominent, whereas information accessed through the internet is more and more prominent. My own personal experience, I made a revelation that if I kept doing things in an old paradigm, I was going to miss out on a huge benefit. I've been working on a fiction project that's my World of SILIAR, www.siliar.com, and it is a web-based delivery mechanism. But for the last couple of months, I've still been operating in my mind as it is a paper and ink delivery system. The way that I was delivering the stories, I was still thinking in page 1, page 2, page 3, chapter 1, section 4, all of those sorts of things. Whereas with a web-based delivery system, the options are huge, and the story need not be a top to bottom line. It can be down and sideways and down some more and then sideways some more. There can be a lot of paths through the story. If I were to stay in the old paper and ink paradigm, I would be missing out on a huge benefit because the situation is not ink and paper. The situation is pixels and digital delivery. If you're looking at a situation that has changed, then you also need to look at what habits out of the old situation are no longer a fit for the new situation. What does the new situation afford that could lead to great benefits? What can you do in the new circumstances? The new software offers this. The new team has these talents and gifts. The old team was limited this way. The new team is no longer limited that way. What can we do when these limitations are removed? The old paradigm might be shackling you to old, less than optimally effective habits. What about the old paradigm is holding you back now that the new paradigm is in place? I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this is helpful, a way of getting you thinking about ways to tap into the benefits of a paradigm that is no longer the same as it used to be. Tap into those benefits and achieve greater and greater levels of success. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications, leave me a comment, a question, or a suggestion. I appreciate you listening to or watching this SNAPlife episode, and I will see you in the next one.